And welcome to another edition of the Living Large Theater Podcast. I am Billy Santiago, along with my good friend of 38 years, Gary Rodriguez, our super producer, Noe Ayala. You can reach out to us at livinglargetheater@gmail.com. We're available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Prime, and now on YouTube. We have our own channel there, just a hashtag at Living Large Theater Podcast. If you want to become a sponsor of this fine show, reach out to us at 956-451-1633. Rate our podcast, share with a friend, leave a comment, and more importantly, hit that subscribe button.
How can we have been friends for 38 years, Billy, when I'm only 45?
Shut up.
What the hell?
Shut up. What's going on?
This is the Living Large Theater Podcast, admissions free. All you need is a sense of humor and a thirst for entertainment. The fastest growing podcast in America is the Living Large Theater. Quick shout out to some of our sponsors: Ward Thomas, Majestic Studios, Fanich Media, Trapped RGV, and Fred Rodriguez, the Texas Sportsman.
Gotta have it.
Don't forget, get your tickets now to William Beckman at Las Palmas Race Park in Mission, Friday, June 19th. We have a great guest today, and we're going to bring him in, but right now we're going to talk a little current events. Billy, anything in the news you like or don't like or see, don't see?
I'm all hooked on the Spurs, man. I'm hoping the Spurs win the championship.
Go Knicks. Go Knicks. See, being from Dallas, I'm a Mavericks fan.
Come on,
I
Garrett.
cannot.
No,
and somebody.
I'm going to mute his mic. I'm going to mute his mic. Hold on.
Root for the home team. Come on.
Somebody told me, well, the Spurs are a Texas
I can't
team.
believe you're going for the
I
Knicks.
said, I don't give a shit. Check
After
this
Donald
out.
Trump showed
When
up
you
for
grow
Game
up-
3, they booed him. You're gonna allow that, Garrett?
When you grow up in Dallas, Texas, they teach you to hate Fort Worth, Houston especially, Austin, and San Antonio. No, we leave El Paso out of it because they're way the hell over there.
That's not true, bro. I have family in Dallas. They love any Texas team as long as it's Texas.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying, I don't know if they were born and bred there like I was.
They were.
Okay,
born and bred
who do they like?
They like Cowboys, Rangers, Astros, Spurs, anything Texas, man.
Okay. Well, that's a different drink of water there. I respect that. And Billy, you not even being from San Antonio and being fervent.
I have family in San Antonio. I go visit every once in a
It
while.
doesn't matter. It's a Texas team, man.
I'm talking
It's
about.
Texas.
I'm talking about present company.
I predict they're going to win 4-2.
No, I'm never ever going to support anything from Houston or San Antonio, especially the Spurs. Are you kidding? Greg Popovich rubbed me the wrong way about 15 years ago, and I went like this. Toma.
Hater.
No, I don't support like the Houston football teams. They've been 2 in 60 years and never won a championship. So.
Well, I'm Mavericks, Cowboys, Rangers in that order, and you can take the Stars too. I don't do hockey, so or soccer.
Yeah,
and all this FIFA World Cup shit.
Oh, come on. No, don't even start,
I
man.
will watch a 1972 rerun on a grainy VHS tape between the 72 Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints, the two worst teams of the NFL that year, by the way. I will watch that all day long before I watch 1 minute of that soccer bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not into soccer.
Not a minute of it.
I'm not a big fan.
You know what I say? I say FIFA my nalgas. How's that?
Damn, son. What do they feed you on that ranch you got, man? Huh?
Hey, welcome.
What are you drinking?
Welcome our guest. Yeah, we walked you right into this, man.
I'm telling you.
So our guest is Andy Harvey. He's
Andy!
Welcome back after 4 years.
Nationally known author. He's written several books. He's been in upper municipal management. He's also been in upper management of police departments, and he's also been a chief of police. And we're going to talk about the book that he just wrote. It was just recently released in May. But first, I want to talk to Andy a little bit about you, man. Your life. Born where? Grew up where? It went where?
Hey, well, thanks for having me, guys. And I can't believe it's been 4 years. Congratulations.
That long,
man.
huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
I know,
man.
right?
Seriously.
Well, it's hard to get you now that you're this big author.
Well, yeah, I had to squeeze you guys in.
Thank
but,
you.
Thank you.
But
Appreciate
I'm
that.
here.
I got your book. Will you sign it before you leave?
I'll sign it.
Okay.
Hey, before we get started, though, if you're 45, I just turned 21.
What are you trying to say?
But I'm with you. I'm a big Mavs fan, man.
Oh, God.
Yeah, big time.
And I don't share. I mean, I'm a fan of the Mavs, even when they stunk, and they probably stink again. but I
They
was a
do.
fan of the Mavs. And the thing that kills me are these friendly flyer fans who go with whatever team
yeah,
is
there's a lot of
winning
those.
at the time.
Oh, yeah.
I see people driving around with their car with their San Francisco 49er sticker. I know they used to be Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
I see them with Chief stickers. I see them with Patriot stickers.
Patriots.
Those aren't really fans.
Bandwagon.
I will stay with the Cowboys when they were, even if they're 0-16 and never win another game.
Right.
However, that gives me the right to bitch, and I will bitch all day long about Jerry Jones. I think he's a fool, a rich fool, but I think he does not know what it takes to manage, or just let a coach manage a team all the way to the Super Bowl. Because at some point, he's going to dive in, he's going to rock the boat, and he's going to screw the pooch.
Well, I thought you were going to say at some point he was going to die, and instead of dying,
he is 83 years
but that
old,
is true
but,
as well. So
I've heard, I don't know if this is true, but I've heard that he's told both his sons, Jerry Jr. and Steven, that if they try to get rid of him before he dies, they're out of the will or whatever those rich people live.
well, keep him in, I guess.
Keep him in?
If I was them.
He has to. Yeah, he has to. And, at the end of the day, it's still his team. Nobody tells
For
you how to
sure.
drive your car, so who can tell him how to run his team? He owns the team.
Yeah.
Andy, talk about it.
Hey, so man, I appreciate it again. I was born down here in Weslaco, Texas, and grew up in Harlingen.
Okay.
So
Really?
those are my roots, man. Here in the valley. That's why I'm back.
You know,
I
there's
mean,
famous people from Weslaco.
who?
Pat Hingle is one of them. Pat Hingle came in a lot of Clint Eastwood movies, most notably Hang 'Em High. He played the
Really?
judge in the movie Hang 'Em High. Yeah,
Did
so
not know that.
Weslaco's a great city. Then you grew up in Harlingen.
Yeah, I grew up in Harlingen and made my way up to San Antonio, then all the way to Dallas, where I became a police officer.
Huh?
Yeah, I had never even been there, not even visiting or driven through Dallas. And next thing I know, I'm in the Dallas Police Academy.
Wow.
Was this
Yeah, man.
pre-Air Force or after Air Force?
Well, all my time was reserved, so I was doing
Okay.
both. I was
Okay.
still doing both.
What
Okay.
time period was that, Andy?
1996.
Up in
96.
Dallas, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Spent over 20 years there. I actually retired from the Dallas Police Department, made it up to the rank of major, and went on to be a chief in East Texas after that.
Where at? What's it?
Palestine, Texas.
Palestine,
Yeah,
Texas.
have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've
Have
heard
you-
of the
Yeah, we've
city,
heard
yeah.
of it. Yeah.
Dude, it's you don't accidentally get there. I mean, you have to like
How
Yeah,
far
You gotta
east?
want to go there.
It's about 2 hours east of Dallas,
Okay, not quite to Vider.
not quite to Vider.
You're lucky.
But it's beautiful out there, man.
Yeah.
East Texas,
A lot of
is
trees.
really beautiful. But it's a different culture, man, than Dallas or especially the valley as
Yeah.
well. So we did a lot of good things. I stir everywhere I go. I stir shit up, man. But I do it in the right way.
Yeah.
I want to lift the community up. I want to get people involved in their cities, and I feel like a police department has that influence
Yeah.
if you do it right and you're intentional. So did that. Left after a couple of years. I wanted to pursue my speaking career and writing books. I had just written my first book about eight years ago. But at that
Was
time,
that Excellence in Policing?
Yeah, Excellence in Policing, and that one did really well.
Yeah.
It's still my best book. People still buy it after 8 years, and I don't promote it or anything. It's just
Well, I
word-
bought your
word of
new
mouth.
book, and I have it here. Like you said, you'll sign it afterward. But at $19.95 on Amazon. Do you
Yeah.
get any of that, or does it go to
No, what-
publisher or what?
Well,
I don't know how to do that.
on Amazon, you get royalties. So,
Okay.
So I get some of that.
Okay.
But the cool thing about Amazon is that they print it, they do everything.
Okay, so Amazon did the publishing and all that for you.
Well, there's a lot of things you have to do on your own.
You have to edit yourself.
it. You have to format it. You have to get the graphics for your book. But there's a lot of little things that if you don't know what you're doing,
They'll do
it's
it.
hard to do it.
Okay, Andy, how long did it take you to write this book? Did you use AI?
This one here, I use AI for my cover.
Uh-huh.
And then a couple of times in there, I said, how can I state this? How can I write this better? And
Yeah.
I asked, and so there's some things in there that I use. I mean,
Real useful, right?
I'm going to use technology
There you go.
to my advantage.
Can you
No.
use AI to edit or no?
Well, I imagine you can.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine you can.
But it would probably have a hard time deciding which there you're using. You weren't using THERE,
Oh.
THEIR, or THEY''RE.
Man, AI is smart, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't
So
it?
yeah, there's
Maybe
so
it would be
much-
the way it's being used in a particular sentence.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'll pick it up if you
Yeah.
ask it to. You just have to have the right prompts.
Who edited yours? AI?
I
or
did it.
You
no,
did.
no, I did it.
Okay.
I did it all alone by myself, except for the graphics. I had somebody professionally do that because it has to be a certain. Don't even get me
All the
started. I don't
pixels
even
and
know
all that,
pixels
yeah.
and sizes and this and that and what do they call it? Blurred or some kind of blinds that you have to take account for.
Way above my pay grade, as Chris Graham would say.
It's way up there, man. So
So Andy, what made you decide? Hey, I'm gonna be an author.
okay. Well, when I first wrote Excellence in Policing, I had just written a white paper for Sam Houston State University. I had gone through a program, and part of that was writing a white paper, and they're really strict about, you have to make sure it's a legitimate white paper. It's not just an essay you turn in. There's research and everything else. Well, along the way, there was a message there that I read. There was a phrase that I read there, and I thought, damn, police officers need to know this. And it was real simple, that people are more focused on how a police officer gets to the decision or the outcome than the outcome itself.
Mm-hmm.
So we can, or I say we, I'm not a police officer anymore, but police can arrest someone, they can cite someone, they can give them warning, and a person, a citizen, can come out with a satisfactory experience.
And the officer has some
with their
discretion?
officer. A lot of discretion.
Really?
Hell yeah, they have. Well, that's
Because
part
that
of the book.
DPS trooper that gave me the ticket on Big Five said she had zero discretion because people had been complaining.
Well, part of that.
Not about
man,
me, but about cars in general.
Well, part of that, man, is part of the book, Excellence in Policing, is, and people remember this, don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, it really comes down to that, man.
Yeah.
If you want to just simplify it into one sentence, just don't be an asshole, man.
How accurate is the theory that rookies are bigger assholes than your normal asshole?
No, I don't know. I mean, some people come into this profession
With a chip on their shoulder?
Yeah, maybe with a chip. But I think after a while, officers become cynical, and they become more cynical.
And why is that?
Well, it's just part of the job. We see a lot of stuff. We talk to a lot of people. People lie to us all the time. It's just a combination of all that. And so we become cynical. And what happens is, after a while, when you become more cynical, your decision making, your judgment it
goes along with it,
man. Yeah. So you start, caring less about people.
Do you
and once you do that, man, I think you're doing everybody a disservice. Yeah.
Do you think there should be more training as far as being an officer, longer periods of training as opposed to how it is now?
Well, for a long time, okay? The profession focused a lot on hard skills, right? Tactical skills.
Yeah.
Ambush and all those things that we worry about, how to keep officers safe. But we need to focus, and we have been a little bit more on soft skills, communication and procedural justice and stuff that we pretty much procedural justice is treating people with fairness, dignity, and respect.
What about that perception that every cop has the attitude that it's me against them or us against y'all? Like cops against civilians, no matter what.
Yeah, that's a bad thing to have.
Could it be accurate in some departments?
Yeah, for sure. And if you have that us versus them mentality, it's going to go bad for you at some point.
Is that an adapted attitude, or some departments enforce that kind?
I think it's both, man. It depends a lot on leadership. If leadership is one of those types that, hey, go out there and kick some ass and, whoop ass and take names kind of stuff, well, you're going to get that.
Yeah.
But if you're one that says, there's a time and place to do that, but the rest of the time, how about treating people with dignity and respect and fairness more than anything else?
I was a big fan of Hill Street Blues.
Oh, yeah.
And at the beginning of the show where the captain's talking to everybody and he ends it with, do it to them before they do it to you.
Yeah. That's old school, man.
That is old school. Yeah. Hey, by the way, Jesus Martinez from Hill Street Blues was from Mission, Texas.
Damn,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, Trini Silva. Yeah, Mission.
cool,
died in a car crash in Whittier, California, years later. But he made it big. He was in Colors with Robert Duvall
No
and
way.
Sean Penn. Yeah. So let me ask you this: I read your book, and it seems like that word discretion as it pertained to what happened to you.
It really bothers you, doesn't it?
It seems like the discretion was thrown out the window in favor of almost like an order to be extra hard on you.
You know, I don't know what happened, behind the scenes before they got there. I only have stuff that I have discovered through the legal process. But discretion is our biggest tool,
Yeah.
but it's also our biggest liability. And so I talk about that in Excellence as well. But, I don't know what happened. I just still don't know what went through their minds or
Yeah.
what led up to their decision to come and arrest me. What I found out was they didn't have much discretion because a field sergeant pretty much told them, hey, if he's there, go ahead and arrest him without even talking to me, knowing the facts, knowing what the heck happened.
Wow. Yeah.
And so I didn't know that. I come out of my house and I'm like, what's going on? Hey, my
Yeah.
dog's barking. I said, what the hell's going on? Let me go outside. These were my guys, man.
Can I
And,
give the background right quick?
yeah,
Or do you
yeah.
want to give it?
No, go ahead.
Oh,
go
I'm
ahead.
going to try only because I want to let the world know I did read the book. I can read. So Andy Harvey's in bed one night, Friday night, Saturday night. He's in his comfy shorts. I call mine my fat shorts.
Shorts.
But you're not going out for the rest of the night, and you get into a texting thread with somebody that you thought was a friend. And this is in the book. And your friend's name up in Austin is Vic. And at some point, y'all were joking back and forth, as we all do, and you were responding to what you thought Vic was responding to, and Vic, in theory, was responding what you were saying. So it went on and on. Eventually, somebody knocked on your door.
Right.
Take it from there.
All right. So, yeah, I'm thinking, because Vic and I, let me go back a little bit. Vic and I he's my trusted friend, almost like a brother, right? One of those you can tell anything to.
And you
so-
guys knew each other from
policing
in Dallas?
Yeah, no, from Dallas. Yeah, we met at a conference training, and we just became great friends.
Okay.
And he's still a great brother to me. But and once in a while, we joke around. But I love to joke around. If you've been around me, I love to laugh. I don't take life too seriously, to be honest with you. There are certain things that I take, that are sacred. But everything else, man, I just laugh about it because, it's just humor to me. So I love to laugh. And him and I would exchange text messages once in a while, just bullshit stuff that guys talk about. And, so here I am thinking, because I sent the first text in that thread. And what I did was I sent him get this. I had a book coming out. It's called Changing the Beat. We didn't talk about that, but I had a book coming out that following Friday. So I was excited. I was beginning to promote it on TikTok and all that. So I sent him a link to the video promoting my new book. I was excited about it. And all I get back was this 911 dialogue closed. That's it. And I'm like, well, shit, I didn't even know dialogue was open. And it was closed.
But you still thought it was Vic.
Oh, yeah. I'm still thinking it's Vic because he would send me stuff like that, like something to figure out later. He would kind of lead up to, whatever he was trying to get across.
Yeah.
But he does it in a way that is joking and, that kind of thing. So, shit, I was like, okay, he's going to play. At some point, I said, he's going to play dispatcher. I'll play citizen, right?
And you're thinking, you're talking to Vic.
Yeah, I have 100%. Now, keep in mind, it's a Saturday night. It's around 9:30, something like that. I'm in bed with my chones on, with my white T-shirt. I was eating
chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream, and I still have that shirt. I had chocolate stains on my, on my shirt. So just picture that, barefoot. And I was getting in bed, took melatonin and all that, that I usually do.
Yeah.
And I was literally in bed, man. And next thing I know is that I hear my dogs barking, but not in the way that they normally bark. Someone was out there. So I got up and I saw a couple of squad cars parked on the side of the house.
Wow.
And I said, this is crazy. And then I heard, Chief. Oh, shoot, man. What the hell happened? So I'm talking to him. I said, hey, I'll be right there. So I rushed and I rushed to put some shorts on and came back, went outside. What's going on, guys? Because I know these guys. They used to be, some of my guys. And I really thought, the first thing I thought was something happened and they want to tell me something bad, maybe. I don't know. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, Chief, hey, someone called 911 from here. And the first thing I thought was, well, hell, I didn't call 911. Maybe my neighbor, right? I didn't know. And again, my mind was not thinking about my text messages with Vic at this point. I'm trying to figure out why they're there. And he said, yeah, someone called. And I said, well, it wasn't me. What's the phone number? And sure enough, it's my phone. I said, well, that's my phone. I said, can we see it? Yeah. I mean, I had nothing to hide.
Yeah.
I went back inside and grabbed my phone right away, came out and said, here you go, check it out. And maybe you can figure out what the heck happened, because I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And he's scrolling through it. And then something clicked finally. I said, wait a minute. I was texting a friend. I said, are you telling me these text messages were going to 911, like here, 911?
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, what the hell? I said,
And was the
dude,
number saved as Vic?
yeah, just this is normal. You go to your phone, you want to text your friend, type in their name, Noe, and Noe comes up.
Yeah.
And you see it and you message them. And at the top of the messages was Vic. Okay, normal. Wow. Nothing abnormal about it.
Yeah.
And it didn't say 911. It didn't say anything like that. It just said Vic. And come to find out, I said, what the hell happened? I said, I was texting a friend of mine, and I can't believe it, but let's figure out what the hell happened. So I looked at the contact for Vic, and get this. You can add a second number to someone's contact.
Yep.
On the second number was 911.
Oh, wow.
And who did that?
I don't know. It's still a mystery.
Wow.
I have no idea. And get this, there's a place for comments in there.
Yeah.
Gibberish.
Oh.
Gibberish. GW.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, just gibberish. I don't know what the hell. And so I'm thinking, how in the hell did this
But
happen?
text?
I don't know. But it's happened to people where you
of course.
actually, get the second number and you call them. Oh shit, this is a business phone. Sorry, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somehow I fat fingered it and ended up with 911. But I didn't know it was even there. I asked Vic. I said, "Hey, did you send me your contact stuff and update it? Did you put 911?" He says, "No." And I said, "Dude," I told him what happened, but. To this date, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I joke about it in the book. I said it could have been
That's
an alien.
crazy.
You could tell me anything of the above, and that's a possibility because I just don't know.
You think somebody was trying to set you up, right?
That's what people say. I hate to think that, man.
But you know what the nub of it is? Whether they were or not, the nub of it is what happened to you could happen to anybody.
It could happen to, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it can happen to a former
man.
police chief, are you kidding?
So what happened after that, Andy? They arrested you?
Well, there's a little bit. So the gist of this was, like, I should have known because I was a police chief. Their thinking was, yeah, you should have known that you were talking to 911. You mean, and even the officer said, don't you, I mean, after all these texts, don't you think you should have known? And I said, no, I don't know. I didn't know. Because my mindset was not there. Like, who in the hell would think that, again, we become cynical. So who would think a former police chief, and yeah, I had a little bit, some history with the city. But to the point where I'm sitting at home and I said, oh, shoot, man, let me see how I can get back at the city. Yeah. What do I do? I call 911.
That's not a good way to do it.
Yeah. Let me call 911. Or, let me, text 911. I didn't have any of that, man. I mean,
Of course not.
I think for me, it's almost like it takes more to believe that, to believe that I did it intentionally. That takes a lot of.
Yeah, that's a suspension of reality.
Who the hell does that,
Who
right?
has time for that as well?
Who has time for that? And I'm going to sleep, man, with my dogs. It's just me and my dogs. I'm ready to go to bed, man.
And so what happened?
They didn't believe me, and I told them, "Listen, this is my friend, whatever." They didn't believe me. They're I try to explain, and their eyes kind of glazed over like a lizard. And I said, "These guys are not. They're not listening to me
Or believing you.
or believing me." And that's when I said, "Okay, guys." The hairs on the back. I think I wrote about it. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up and said. And I thought, these guys do not have my best interest in mind. And I said, okay, guys, I'm done. Let me have my phone because I gave it to them. so I can legally bring it. You know, I gave them consent. I said, let me have my phone. They said I grabbed it angrily and all that. And that body cam doesn't show that. But anyway, I grabbed it back and I said, I'm going inside. Thanks for coming out. I'm going in. And I could legally do that because it's my home.
Yeah.
And this was it's a victimless crime. Anyway, there's
You call it in the book, you call it a curtilage.
So the curtilage is directly outside of your house, whether it's a driveway, a yard, as long
All
as
the way
it's
to the
a-
sidewalk or not all the way to the sidewalk?
It could be depending on your house and how it is. So if you don't have a garage, let's say, where you park your cars is part of your curtilage because it's an extension of your home. So in essence, I found this, you know, I did a lot of research, guys. I represented myself in this legal case, but I did a lot of research, and basically it was like I was in another room. It was just like me going from the living room to my bedroom, except I was in my curtilage. But the Fourth Amendment and the Supreme Court has also said, hey, that's part of your house. So just because you step outside doesn't mean game on, right? Unless it's a felony or violent felony or something like that.
So in theory, they were actually in your house.
They were in my house. So if they were in my house, you know, I could ask them to leave, right?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm going inside my house. Thank you for coming out. If you were out here to check on me, my welfare, hey, I'm fine. Thank you. Have a good night. But I said, cut the bullshit, guys.
Oof.
And I mean, but still, right? Nowhere, the Constitution still protects a guy who may be rude, who may say stuff or whatever, just as anybody
Yeah.
else. But the reason I said that, like, these guys do not have my best interest. Now I know these guys are out
And
to
these
get me,
these are
man.
guys you knew, right?
Yes, and so I felt more
Wow.
comfortable saying that because that's something I say quite a bit, right? Cut the bullshit, guys.
Yeah.
Like, they know,
Right.
You know, they've heard me say that before as their chief, and so I said, cut the bullshit, guys. Like, okay, we're done here. Like, I don't know what y'all are doing, but good night, right? I'm done. And so when I did that, I think. From my experience in being in those situations, I think they panicked, and I think, oh shoot, he's gonna get away, and he's fleeing from us, so let's grab him.
Yeah.
And
And that's what they charge you with, right? Fleeing? An abuse of 911?
Resisting arrest.
Resisting, okay.
So I'm walking into my door. I'm only a few feet from my door, less than.
But
you
you're
know.
still in your curtilage.
Oh yeah, well within it. And so I said, I'm going inside. So I went to go grab my door, and one of them grabbed my left arm, and I just had a reflex where I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I forgot what I said, but anyway, I said, "Shit."
Is there a technique cops use for grabbing your wrist that it's hard to get out of, or no?
No, not this one. They just grabbed my arm, thinking, hey, come back. We didn't tell you can leave. Like, you don't have to tell me. This is what that's my consent.
Yeah.
Right, that's my decision whether to open. Like, I didn't have to open the door. I asked one of them during deposition. I actually deposed these officers. Can you believe that shit? I did a lot of stuff on this.
So
man.
you represented yourself?
Yes,
Wow, man.
that's a whole other. I spent over a year.
This is all in the book?
Yes.
Oh,
It's all right
man.
here.
I'm
1995, Billy.
So you know why? Because we live in an area, and this is no news to you guys. Listen, let's just call it what it is. There's a power base here, and if you go against it, it could go bad for you.
Let me ask you this. Is it specific to here, or is it everywhere?
Well, it's probably,
I think it's everywhere.
Probably everywhere, but the valley
It's more profound down here, right?
It certainly is down here. There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
They don't hide it
Yeah.
either. They don't give a damn, right? But so whatever the case, that's the way it is down here. So a lot of attorneys I spoke with, what do you guys? We see the merit, but don't want to go against that. There's a real fear out there, involving that.
So they accused you of resisting arrest,
Okay, yeah.
and they arrested you on that.
So the reason, yeah. So I'm in my front door. I'm in my house. I'm grabbing onto my front door like this with both of my hands, like, guys, and they're behind me inside my house. Each of them had a hold of my arms, right? And I said, guys, and you could hear it on the body cam several times, you cannot come into my house. You cannot come.
Without
What
a
are y'all?
warrant,
What
right.
are you all doing? Like, and I was hoping they would just reset. Like, okay, let's go back and let's reset. Like I said, and Nah, shit. I mean, by that time, they had my arms, and I thought, oh, this is what I'm thinking in my mind. Oh, these exact words. Oh, shit, dude. I said, this is going to hurt because I knew they weren't going to let up. As soon as I let go, they slammed me to the ground on the driveway. And excuse me, they put their weight on my back, and one of them punched me in the face a few times.
Wow.
But
These are guys you knew.
yes,
Everything was on body cam?
yeah.
And let me ask you a follow up on the body cams. What do you think of? I'm not going to mention what police chief in the area, but that don't have body cams on their officers.
Well, I know who you're talking about,
Yeah.
and they're just waiting. That's just one incident away from the DOJ coming down. And,
So it's not a requirement.
It's not a requirement yet. It should be.
Really?
But there's a few that just haven't gone there. But
I used to work for a municipality here. I'm not going to mention what, but they had body cams. And I read the reports, and all the time the reports like check the body cams. The body cams showed that discretion and
Yeah.
liability. It's good for training, and and I've always asked this person that has this police department, why not? And he's like, we don't want to be the flavor of the week.
Right.
That's the thing. And I'm like,
well, get this: when something happens,
You will be flavor of the week.
If they kill, let's say they shoot somebody that whatever the case or whatever, unarmed and all this stuff that we hear a lot about, and there's no body cam,
Yeah.
that's not going to go well for them.
Yeah.
you heard about those two officers that went to a home for disturbance. They got shot right away.
Yeah.
That would have been a good training. It's just,
Yeah, body cams are good for
They're
police
coming.
officers.
They're
but
coming.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Hey, we're talking with Andy Harvey. He's the author of the book Arrested. You already look at me different, unfiltered, unapologetic. Let's do a hats off to our sponsors and supporters. The Texas sportsman Fred Rodriguez, recognized by the Texas Senate as the premier hunting and fishing guide in South Texas. The Texas sportsman, gotta have it. Vantage Media, trusted by over 100 businesses and service providers, including Hacienda Ford, D-Tronics, and attorney Leah Wise. Vantage Media offers you website design, social media expertise, and successful advertising campaigns to put you front and center on TV, radio, and the World Wide Web. VantageMedia.com. Also, Trapped RGV Escape Rooms. Can you work with friends and family to solve the puzzle necessary to free yourself from a live-action escape room in 60 minutes or less? I think you can. I'm going to help you out. If you'll text me right now, Trapped RGV to 956-225-6397, 956-225-6397. Text me, Trapped RGV, for your 6-pack of tickets, which is great for corporate team building, private parties, and date night with your favorite person. Trapped RGV. And Ward Thomas and Majestic Studios. Let me tell you, friend, if you're ready to record your next hit record, why not do it here at Majestic Studios, 2037 Orchid Avenue in McAllen. Thank you, Ward Thomas, for your continued support of the Living Large Theater podcast. And I think I'm on the verge of closing the deal for another Living Large Theater podcast supporter and sponsor. Give it up for Tom and Jerry's on South Padre Island.
Oh, yes. The official
There we go.
official restaurant.
That's right.
Are you guys still selling the T-shirts there?
We sold out. We sold 1,300 T-shirts.
That's awesome.
I want to
Wow.
thank Cody Pace for letting us move our Elon Musk I Love South Texas shirts. I love South Padre
had a
Island.
blast.
Had a blast. Had a blast at South Padre Island. See, I've
Are you guys going to produce some more?
of
or-
course
Yeah.
we're going to change the design.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, that's a classic design, though. Come on.
it
I got
is-
another one. I got
It is.
Explain to those listening. Okay, you have a.
It's an image of Elon Musk riding his rocket into space after launching off from SpaceX, which is just a stone's throw away from South Padre Island. And in the background, you see a sign that said, had a blast at South Padre Island. And, you know,
An awesome shirt.
1,300 shirts. He's taking a selfie. 1,300 shirts we sold. Those are gone. We're, you know, I don't like my products becoming like stinky cheese. So you got one of those shirts, you're lucky. But we're going to have some new ones
What
coming
about the
up.
guy that was on vacation? We were at Liam's having dinner. Some guy from Europe.
Oh, yes.
And he got a shirt from you, right?
He did. And I gave him my card. And
he took all my cigarettes.
but actually, I have said he's 300 of the 1,300 we sold.
He bought 300 from you?
Yeah, I shipped him 300. I don't know what he did with them. He might have made a quilt out of them.
And I don't know whose cigarettes they were because they were on the bar. I just gave it to him.
It's crazy. Yeah, so we did really well with those T-shirts.
You know, I was reading somewhere today that Elon Musk is going to put portable toilets in his Teslas. Did you hear about that?
Did not.
I found that very interesting, man. Leave it to Elon to come up with stuff like that.
I have one stock of Tesla stock, so pat me on the back.
You better buy some SpaceX when that IPO goes live, buddy.
Okay, we're back with our guest, Andy Harvey. He's the author of several books. The book we're talking about is Arrested. You Already Look at Me Different, Unfiltered, Unapologetic. Andy, describe this title, okay? You already look at me different, which implies a lot.
Yeah.
Unfiltered, that's for sure. I read the book. Unapologetic, that's for sure. Yeah. But this part right here, you already look at me different. And the cover it says Arrested on top. There's a picture of Andy standing behind a pane of glass, and the pane of glass has a piercing through it, and it's got the shattered spider web kind of pattern coming out of it. You already look at me different. Who looked at you different?
Hey, everybody did. And, you know, part of the legal process and what I experienced that's in the book is I wanted people to see what happened that night through my eyes, through my perspective. And I feel like hopefully I did that.
Oh, you did because I'm like, whoa.
Oh,
and
okay,
But before you wrote this or during the whole thing going on, you weren't allowed to speak publicly of they did a gag order on you, or your lawyers advised you not to? Or
yeah, my attorney said don't say anything,
which is hard.
They gave out
because the only story out there is that story,
and I don't like anybody else speaking on my behalf, man. I've always been the kind that I'll tell you myself.
Yeah,
and I had nothing to hide, but I just left it alone. But
did you get acquitted?
So the DA dropped the charges pretty, immediately, when they got the case. So there were no criminal charges on this.
Okay,
right?
so
they didn't
before
even,
he went,
but then you followed through with a lawsuit against that city,
a civil one. But let me go back to the book real quick. The reason I named it "You Already Look at Me Different" because, when I was released from Hidalgo County, before I even made it home, because of my position and all that, I was breaking news. I was top news. And my buddy who picked me up said, look, and it was my mugshot, man, already everywhere.
Yeah.
And so already I'm behind the 8 ball, because people look at you differently when you tell them I was arrested.
Yeah.
They don't think, this.
Oh, you don't have to tell me you're arrested. They already know.
They already
see you
know.
at Walmart or H-E-B.
But they said, oh, shit, he effed up or whatever, like, what the hell? So they looked at me differently. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Well, stop wagging your fucking finger.
What was getting ready to say?
What the fuck, over?
This thing's got me going. So what happened to you?
Show's over.
What happened to you is the reason why a lot of people don't trust police departments because of stuff like this.
Yep.
Well, again, right, it goes back to what I talk about in the book. The only mistake, I think about this. I don't think about it as much anymore, but when this first happened, the first year or two, I thought about it day and night. Like, what the hell happened? I'm still in shock, right? I'm past it. I'm at a different place now, but I did think about it a lot. And so I said, what could I have done differently? And, I could have gone out there, hey, guys, and not cut the bullshit. Okay, don't say that. But even though I said it, they shouldn't take that into account. With their discretion. But the whole thing about it is the only mistake I made that night, and I hate to say this,
was opening the door.
Was trusting that the police would have my best interest.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, like I said, a while
I had
ago,
no reason.
It could
not
happen to
to.
any
Right.
of us.
Yep.
That's exactly what I'm thinking too, man.
I had no reason to
Did you think you might get a break because you had been chief of police? I mean, to me, that's a natural assumption. I would have assumed, hey, I used to work with you fuckers.
Exactly. The fact that they knew you.
Well, I did think, you know me, guys. And like, why would I do something like stupid like that, on purpose? So in the penal code,
he said penal.
I know. I knew you were going to say that, Gary. It's kind of like it's kind of like what's that? Beavis and Butthead. Testes 1, 2, 3. Testes. I knew you were going to say that. But during the penal code, it's knowingly and intentionally texting. Abusing.
That's the
911.
difference.
I didn't knowingly do it, and I certainly didn't intentionally do it.
And doesn't it become incumbent on the state to prove it, to prove your
Yes.
intent? You don't have to prove you didn't intend it. They have to prove that you did.
Right.
That's a tall hill to climb.
Well, they thought they had enough probable cause, and in order to make an arrest, an arrest and a conviction are two different things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The standard
However,
is much
in
different.
the court of public opinion.
Back to what you already look at me different.
Yeah.
Your public opinion, it's different.
Yeah.
You are this bullshit, and sorry, this is the way I look at the criminal justice system now, even more so. This notion that we are innocent until proven guilty is bullshit, dude.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
100% bullshit. And think about it. I heard an attorney say this the other day, not too long ago. Why would they say, what do you say? Innocent until proven guilty. It's almost saying like, we're going to prove your ass guilty.
Yeah.
But
They should say unless proven guilty.
Unless proven guilty.
But you're still going in.
But you're still going in. And
You can
still
spend the
have
night
to-
with us.
But it really should. The truth is, you are guilty until you are proven innocent.
Unfortunately.
In the public's eye. And that's where it counts, man. It hurt me bad.
Where do you think that theory got inverted? Because there was a time when you were innocent until proven guilty.
Well,
and now you're guilty unless you can prove yourself innocent.
You're guilty, man. I mean,
Especially in the court of public opinion.
You come out in the news and say, they say he did this, and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
He freaking,
Was there ever a time, Andy, that you sat and reflected? Because your book is full of reflections, and they're all poignant and to the point. Was there ever a time where you said, God, help me through this, and tell yourself, this too shall pass?
every day, man. I went through one of the toughest times in my life after this. I lost my identity. I lost my reputation, my standing.
Mm-hmm.
I have worked a career, almost a lifetime's of work, taken away in just a matter of minutes, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I'm not here to brag about myself, but I just want to give people an idea. I mean, I had written books. I had become a chief of police. I've done some great things in the community. Listen, I wasn't perfect. I did some mistakes as well. But overall, I tried to do good. And I even, I have part of a national board in D.C. I testified in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee on policing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, little old Andy Harvey from the Valley, man.
Yeah.
And that was a proud moment for me. So all of that taken away, man, in just a matter of minutes for something I didn't do. And for something officers didn't have to do, even if I did do it.
Can I say something that's going to be hard for you to believe?
Yeah.
You're still all that. Fuck the court of public opinion. Fuck bad times. All they do is make you stronger. They challenge you to overcome. Andy, nobody can take any of that away from you. Whatever you were, you still are.
That's right.
What you need to do is realize the value that you still retain through all your experience, through your character, your attitude, your faith in God. You're still all that. Nobody could ever take that away from you.
Well, I appreciate it. But it's, that profession is, I'm done with that profession, and this is what did it.
You know what? When I got out of radio, everybody said, don't you miss radio? And I tell them all, it's just something I used to do. I just moved on.
Yeah. And you know what? I have moved on. I'll be honest with you. And part of this is actually, again, right, we got to go through the valleys and all that in order to get to the mountaintop. We get bigger, we grow, we're different people. I'm a different person than I was 2 years ago.
You're not smiling as much as you did back then.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a different, man. I'm a different person now.
You want me to tickle you?
I see. I see
Billy will take
things.
your feet, right, Billy?
I see things a little bit
No, this
differently.
guy's got me wound up, man. I mean, this book is interesting, man.
Hey, can you say fair that policing has changed throughout your year and your careers? Have you seen it now than before?
policing has the lines have blurred
Yeah.
since I've been on.
Let's
I think
go to
that's
the
worst.
Carmelo Anthony case up in Collin County. Did you follow that at all?
Oh yeah, man.
What are
That's
your
such
thoughts?
an interesting case. I'm still trying to figure out, and I did a little TikTok thing about this. I was just thinking after the verdict came down, guilty, which is the right verdict. 35 years. Damn, I was surprised at that. I thought it'd be more, but
Okay, because it was either 5 to 99, right?
yeah, and they gave him 35 years, which he'll be out in his early 30s, and for murdering.
How old
someone.
was he? Anthony
He was 17,
Yeah,
but
at
he's
the time.
19 now.
Yeah.
Wow.
But so I got to thinking.
So you're saying he'll be out in his early 30s through good behavior, or
Yeah.
Now,
'Cause he'll be eligible for parole half
Okay.
that time, and
I
then-
got you.
and he'll probably be out.
Okay.
in his early 30s. But so in a lot of people's eyes, that wasn't enough justice for Austin, right?
yeah,
So interesting case, but I'm still trying to figure out a couple of things, and then I got something for you to see what you think. I'm just trying to figure out. There's people on one side, and there's not a lot, but there's a few that we've seen on TV protesting and saying some ugly things.
Yeah.
The only good cracker's a dead cracker,
Yeah.
and all this stuff, right? I'm still trying to understand why the people that did not like the verdict are still upset about the verdict, right, of guilty. I don't understand. Is it a culture thing? Do they think, okay, he had a right to self-defense, and if it was the other way around, blah, 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 all this stuff. I'm still trying to figure out a reason to think, or agree with them at some point. I can't do it.
But didn't he go up to him,
Yeah.
to his tent, and
Yeah, there was some words. I don't know. Apparently, there was some.
So the story was they were at a track meet.
yeah, and his school didn't have enough people to learn that knew how to put up a 10 by 10 pop up.
Yeah.
So the word is that he had visited other tents in the past at these track meets, and when he showed up at this one, nobody challenged him, nobody said anything. But I think they were starting to do some, I guess, strategy or team meetings, and so this kid Austin said, "Hey, you got to leave," and that's when allegedly, or not alleged, it's been proven that Carmelo Anthony got upset, got a little boisterous, and became belligerent, and ultimately he pulled out his knife and stabbed him. Now the knife was legal; it was a 3-inch pocket knife.
But right in the
Right in
right
chest.
place,
Yeah.
man. And just this whole thing is sad, man. It shouldn't have happened. But I got something for you guys. I was thinking about this as well. Have we gotten to a point where, and would things be different if jurors did not know the race of either the plaintiff or defendant when they go to these cases? And would that be more palatable or accepting by the American people if the verdict came back? They had no idea. Let's just say in this case that plaintiff was black and Austin was white. They had no idea any of that. They just know based on the facts that they heard. I wonder if that would change things, and if we're at a time, or do we want to go down that slippery slope?
I think it would, but I think also many defense lawyers would prefer that the jury did know if their client was black, white, or brown. Now, what do you think, looking 100 years from now, do you think juries will be AI?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I would put it past it,
That's scary, man.
Even lawyers are
Yeah.
going to be AI.
Oh, lawyers would be
Yeah.
AI. A lot of my, my strategy, legal strategy, I had to learn, and AI helped me a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man,
In your
it's
book,
changing our world.
One of the chapters you talk about authority. Expound on that a little bit. I think you say we give people the authority, which they have to have their own checks and balances.
So authority is delegated influence by the community. So we as citizens give police officers the authority to act on our behalf. And what we want is, and what we expect is, that they're going to act in a way that is in the best interest of the community. And what happens realistically is that police officers act mostly in the best interest of themselves, covering their ass,
Yes.
protecting themselves, and then community is second if they even consider that at all.
Yeah.
And that's where
That's a learned behavior,
That's
though.
a learned behavior.
Nobody trains that.
Oh well, no, but there's a time when we came on, the police force said, and there was some in this department. I'll tell you that some of the officers said when they first came on, they said everybody's here is your enemy.
Yeah.
And they're going to, if they could, they'll kill you. Type
Yeah.
of thing. So shit, everybody's paranoid.
Yeah.
Everybody's, I better arrest. If I don't arrest, I'll get in trouble. My career, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so without thinking, damn, how is this impacting that person?
Yeah.
And if I do A, B, and C, is this just right? And so anyway, there's a lot of things involved in that. But yeah, authority is delegated influence.
Let me throw this at you. I don't know where the time went, but I'm getting the sign from our super producer Noe Ayala that we're up against the
Really?
the
Already?
50-minute mark. I don't
Okay.
think we've ever gone 50
No,
minutes
we
with
haven't.
anybody. I hope we didn't waste your time.
No, man.
I know how in demand you are. We're happy you came by here. What can you say right now in summary to compel our listener, and we only have one listener, to compel our listener to buy Arrested? You already look at me different.
Well, I wrote this book in the spirit of not condemning anyone, and you'll see that I didn't bash anyone. I didn't write names or anything like that because it wasn't about that for me. For me, it's about let's use my experience to learn from it, and what can we learn from this as police officers and community. And so I wrote reflection points in there for officers and community as well, but for officers to think about before they make life-changing decisions for people by taking their freedom away,
Yeah.
which can impact them on some of the ways that you and I talked about here.
How do we get a hold of you?
Man, I love TikTok. It's Andy H Unplugged, or you can email me at andywithpurpose@gmail.com. Andywithpurpose.
There you go. Andy Harvey. Get your book now. Arrested. You already look at me different. Very compelling, very provocative, and it's an eye-opener. It was an eye-opener for me. Whatever happened to Andy, trust me, little one, it could happen to you.
Yeah, we need you to come back.
Thank our sponsors, Ward
Part two.
Thomas
Okay.
and Majestic Studios, Vantage Media, VantageMedia.com, TrappedRGV.com, and Fred Rodriguez, the Texas Sportsman. What do we say?
Gotta
have it. Andy, thank you for stopping by the Living Large Theater podcast.
Thanks again, guys.
All right, it's the Living Large Theater podcast. Reach out to us at livinglargetheater@gmail.com. We're available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Prime, and now on YouTube. Hashtag Living Large Theater podcast. Reach out to us if you want to become a sponsor of this fine program, 956-451-1633. Rate our podcast, share with a friend, leave us a comment. More importantly, hit that subscribe button. Until the next episode, you keep living large because you know we're living large.